Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Chandrika and this is Rika Life. Thank you so much for joining me on my adventures in yarn and crochet. If you haven't already, please like this video and subscribe to my channel. All right, today is going to be a little bit of a different video because I have a finished object. So I have been working on a few projects in the background that I haven't shared on the channel yet. And I did mention that my parents were visiting, so I actually gave them a whole bunch of things that I had made that they want to regift and a few things for the home. And then they saw the mandala that's right in front of me here on my wall, and my mom wanted it in yellow. I'm sorry, it's yellow. She wanted it in white. So I made it for her. It took me I want to say it took me maybe 3 to 4 hours, not more than that. So I'm going to share it with you, of course, and I don't know the best way to share it. I'm just going to pick it up and hold it, and this is what I made. So this is a mandala. It's called a flower mandala, and I'm going to put a link to this pattern in the description box below this video. So if you click on more, you will be able to see this. And I have used Caron Simply Soft in the color white. So this is what I used. The Everlasting Caron Simply Soft in the color white. It's a really nice color. It recommends an H5mm hook, and that is what I used. I did have notes on this in my Ravelry from the first time I made this project, and I actually used a G4mm hook. But now, because I understand my tension a little bit more, I used an H5mm hook and it turned out beautifully. I honestly haven't made a mandala in so long, and it was very satisfying to make this. So it can be made in any color. It can be made in a single color. It could be made with a color changing yarn. It could be made with different colors for different rounds, anything you wish. But this is what I made. So they are going to keep it as a centerpiece for either their main dining table or for their island, and likely put a vase or something on here. So I also did make them a few other things. I made them with cotton yarn, 3 white circular mandalas just for to put under vases, and then I made 1 blue circle placemat for their main dining table. It's a circular table. So I use cotton yarn for those. So it's been really fun. It's just been different to make something. And I've been talking to my mom for since I knew she was coming, asking her, what do you want? Is there something I should make? But I feel like it was just easier for them to, once they were here, to decide. So what I did is I have a bag dedicated to cotton yarn. So I gave the whole bag to my mom, and I asked her to choose the colors that she likes. So in there she found, oh my God, what's it called? Now it's called Premier, oh my gosh, I'm drawing a blank. No, it's not Premier Color Fusion DK. It's a different Premier, but it's Premier Cotton Yarn, I think. And why can't I remember the name? I mean, it's in my yarn closet. Anyways, I used the same yarn for my daughter's hexagon cardigan. I'm hoping the name comes to me. But anyways, that colorway name is Hello Hydrangea. It has blues and greens in it. And then for the white placemats, the smaller ones, I just used a cotton acrylic blend that I had. And so, yeah, that was fun to make. And then I also gave her some flower keychains. I gave her some hats. I gave her quite a few hats. And then I gave her a scarf for my sister, 2 scarves for my sister, one scarf for my sister, 2 hats for my sister, 1 hat for my friend, and then a large mandala piece for my mom's couch in the living room. And I think she took another blanket. I think she took a baby blanket. Oh my God, I gave her a lot of stuff. So I don't know what we're going to do. I'm recording this before she's left. By the time you watch this, she will have already left. But I don't know if it's going to fit in her suitcase. Actually, the biggest thing I'm giving her is the blanket I made for my niece back in 2023. So I made a Bernat blanket yarn blanket for my niece in the color Water Slide Variegated. It's shades of blue and there's some white in there too. And it's huge. But my mom knew that I was giving it to her, so she brought a bigger suitcase for it. But there is the possibility that I might give her another suitcase just so she can fit all these crochet things. Because she might as well take them, you know. There's so many things that I put out for her to take, so she might as well take them. It lessens my things too. I spent some time going through my yarn closet, and I did consolidate things, and I took out some yarn that I just don't want anymore. And I have a couple of scrap projects. I have a bulky weight scrap project. I have a worsted weight scrap project. And then I have one bag full of worsted weight yarn. I don't know that I would call them scraps. They're almost complete balls that I have used for different projects, but they're not full balls. So I haven't kept them with the full ball section. And they're not exactly scraps and like leftovers, quote unquote. So those are in a bag. I've been working, so I finished one baby blanket. I'm working on another baby blanket. I'm working on some squares I'm making with Mandala gradient yarn. I'm going to work on that right now actually too. I'm going to show that to you right now. I think I actually have everything here. Okay, let me move this mandala on the side. Let me just show you what I'm talking about, because I have my whip bag right here. Okay, so hopefully that name will come to me. I feel like that cotton yarn was a Premier yarn. I just cannot remember what it's called. Okay, I have this yarn, Premier Basics Mosaic, in the color Prism. It's very, very fun and happy and busy. I had 2 balls of it. I had tried different projects with it, so it was just sitting in one of my bins with like a granny square made, and there was another piece with something else made. And I was like, this is really nice yarn. I really want to use it. So now I'm making a baby blanket out of it. So I decided to, where is this going? Okay. I decided to match one of the colors so that there's some contrast, because this yarn is very busy. So, okay, it's kind of tangled up because I was working on it. Okay, so this is what it's looking like. So this is the Premier Basics Mosaic, and then the purple, which looks like a very neon purple. It's not that neon, but that's Kieran Simply Soft in Iris. So it's a purple color. It's not that neon. But yeah, I'm making this, and this is going well. So I did 4 rows of the prism, 4 rows of the purple, and then now I'm going to do like a giant section with this again. So I have this much of one ball left, and then I have a whole complete ball. I don't know if this is all going to happen within just one blanket, because this is like baby blanket size. It's not that big. So it could just be a very long blanket. I'm not really sure yet, but that was one of the samples I'd made. So I'm trying to see if I can match any of the other colors. I do have a lime green, but I don't think I have that color. So if I can match any other of these colors, then the plan is to make another blanket, because I think this is using 2 balls for a baby blanket. Like, that's crazy. I think even if I can just use 1 ball on this baby blanket, that would be good. So that will be this one blanket. I'm not going to work on that right now, so I'm going to put it away, but I wanted to show it to you. And let me see. I've put some yarn in here that I wanted to make baby hats with. So I put a Big Twist Value in the color Rainbow Bright. This is very, very pretty yarn too. I have like half a ball left. So I just wanted to make little baby hats for babies in the NICU. So that's why I put it in my bag. I think there was one more. Nope. I thought I had another one in there. Okay. So let me put this project away. So now you know about those two things. And let me take out what I'm going to work on for a few minutes with you. So, okay. Oh, where's this yarn? Oh, okay. This is the other yarn. I was like, there's more yarn in here. Then I had this Baby Bee Sweet Delight Chunky. And this is a bulky weight, number 5. But I was thinking of making some like 1 or 2 baby hats with this as well. So these two I've kept in here to make baby hats. I have another baby blanket I'm making, which I may or may not have shared this. I started this over the holidays with mandala, regular mandala yarn in the color gnome. The only difference is this cake has no blue in it. So mandala gnome usually has blue in it, but this one doesn't. And that's why I picked it up. I thought it looked really pretty. Reminds me of like popsicles or lollipops, just candy. Like that's what it's reminding me of. Those are the vibes it's giving me. So let me put this away. Okay, so I started a baby blanket with this, and I'm doing the V cluster stitch. Is that what it's called? I think that's what it's called. It's a pattern by Nastasia over on YouTube. So that's what it looks like up close. It's a V cluster stitch, and it's not too big. And I am likely using, he recommends an H 5mm hook, so I think I'm using an I 5.5mm hook. I'm gonna get to this one a bit later. I'm gonna first finish that purple one, I think. I don't know if this will go in this batch of donations because I actually do have quite a few things. I think in my next video this week, I'm going to bring that bag and show you everything I have. Hopefully before then I can make some more hats so that we have sufficient things. Okay, let me just get a sip of my tea. I'm just having some green tea. I've been trying really hard not to snack in between meals. So this is my go-to, is to make some green tea and keep sipping on that until it's time for my meal. And it keeps me warm. By the time you see this video, we're supposed to get a winter storm here in Houston over Monday and Tuesday. It may precipitate. There may be rain or snow or ice or all of them. And then there's supposed to be a hard freeze on Wednesday. So likely schools might be closed. So I don't know how much crocheting I'll actually get done. But I just wanted to try at least. And just, if any of you are also going through a winter storm, please stay safe and stay warm. Okay, so I am using, finally, my Mandala gradient yarn. And this is the color yellow. I bought a whole bunch of these. I bought like 3 of every color. And I think I bought 6 or 7 colors. So this is 295 yards. I am making a granny square. I think it's called a solid granny square if I'm not mistaken. And this is what it's looking like so far. So it's not exactly the granny stitch, but it's a solid square. And I am doing a chain 2 in the corners. This yarn recommends an I 5.5mm hook. And I'm quite sure that I'm using a K hook. So let me see if I can find my hook in here. It has like 6 pockets inside. I found a J hook. Okay, getting close. I found a yarn needle, a J hook. What else is in here? I do have my, I have my, nope, I found an I hook. Okay, maybe my K hook is, I found pens. Okay, seriously, there's no K hook in here. Okay, I found an I hook and a J hook. That's what I kept in the bag. I was trying to just keep some hooks in there so I don't have to keep looking for them every time. Yeah, see, I have 2 K hooks in here. So I'm going to keep one in this bag. Let me put back the other hooks. So as you can see, I have quite a lot of projects on the go, and I just keep starting new ones because I'm finding it exciting and I don't want to stop crocheting. So I just keep crocheting. Hopefully I can close the bag again. Okay, so the vision with these squares, we only have one right now. The idea was to make, so I have many colors of this yarn. I have like 5 or 6 or 7 colors. The idea was to make squares and then join them. So to make, I guess, 4 squares, 9 squares, 12 squares, something like that. But now that this one is like up to here, so I've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rows. Yeah, I've done 6 rows. I'm at the end of the 6th row. This actually looks like a nice size. So now I'm wondering if I should just make multiples of the same color. I'm not really sure because this feels like a nice size and I could easily join them together. Or, I could do something like panels. So I think I shared this blanket on my channel, must have been in 2024. I think that's when I finished it. I made a blanket with some bulky weight yarn. I think it was Premier Bloom Chunky that I got on clearance at Hobby Lobby in 2023. So I made panels. I made squares, and then me and my daughter kept going over how we could design it and how we could put together these squares. I think I put together 16 squares. So I wanted to make like an X pattern or a plus pattern or a border with 4 squares the same in the middle. I had 8, I think I had actually 9, but I had 8 of each color. Maybe I had 9 of one of them because I had one left over. But then my daughter thought of the idea of doing them in panels. So she said, do the solid purples together, do the multicolors. Solid purples together, multicolors. And it turned out really, really nice. So that is kind of giving me ideas about this one that I'm making right now. So this yarn is going to change in gradient. It's a little bit lighter on the middle. I know you can't really tell on the screen, but the center of it is lighter and then it goes to a more saturated yellow. You can probably see it better there. So, yeah, I mean, this is still pretty small, but say I wanted to do 16, then I could probably use 4 different colors and just do 4 separate panels. I guess it depends how big I want the blanket to be, but this is only 6 rows. Maybe if I went to I'm just trying to see how many squares could I make out of, how would I be able to make 4 squares out of this? I think I could it still has quite a bit of yarn. It has almost 300 yards. So I could probably do 10 or between 6 and 10 rounds and make 4 of these squares and then join them and then choose another color, like 3 more colors. That might just be a really fun blanket, So I just wanted to start this project. I wanted to really use this yarn. So I think I will do it a little bit bigger. And I do have multiple cakes of this yarn. So running out is not really an issue. But yeah, maybe I'll make it bigger. So it's this big right now. It could be even this big. So 1, 2, 3 more rows, I think. If it was 3 more rows bigger, that would be a nice size, and then I could join them together. So I haven't worked on it right now with you, but at least I talked through it and I got some ideas, and now I kind of know how to move forward. So I'm going to try and make 9 to 10 rows, 9 to 10 rounds, and then I will start the next one and see how many. I could likely make at least 3 out of one cake, probably even 4. And yeah, and then I'll choose the other colors. So what other colors do I have? I have the hot pink. I have red. I have purple. blue, and green. And I think I have another pink. So I think I have two. So I have two pinks, a yellow, red, blue, green. I think that's 6. So maybe I bought 6 colorways. And so yeah, this will just be like a nice fun project to do on the side. Nothing major, nothing serious, just something I can pick up and work on a square when I have time and just build up those squares and just make 4 of each color. So it doesn't even need to be just limited to 4 colors. Like that's if you're thinking of making a square blanket. But if you're thinking of making a rectangular blanket, then it could be more. You know, I could have 5 panels going across. I could have 6 panels going across. And that would just be really like fun and beautiful, colorful blanket. I think it would be really, really pretty. If any of you have used this Mandala gradient yarn before, please do let me know in the comments, what have you made with it? I tried making a poncho with it. I've only made half of it. So, sorry, not a poncho, a hexagon cardigan. I've made half of it and I need to work on the other half. That's with the blue color. But other than that, I have not worked with this yarn. So if you have worked with this yarn, please let me know what you made with it. I really, really would love to know your suggestions and your comments as to what else can be done with this yarn. Because I fell in love with the colors. I love working with it, but I just didn't have many ideas on how to use it. So yes, thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. As always, I hope you have a wonderful crochetful day, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.